Hey, we're back again. Oh, there you go. Boxer, number one boxer of the world. Okay. Danforth Festival. Here we go. I love going to Danforth Festival. What do you call Taste of the Danforth? Let's do this. I'm so hungry right now. Anyway, we're filming this video here. Now we're doing that final one that we're trying to get done earlier with my car. It didn't work out. Now it's the relative compression test. Relative compression test, what that means is you're plotting the starter motor current against a reference signal, okay? In this case, cylinder number one. Why we're doing all of these measurements is because I already told you guys, some cars, it's not easy to just access the spark plug. It's not easy to quickly take apart components just to access the top end to do your compression test or whatnot, right? This way you can do everything non-intrusively. So what we have hooked up is the 600 amp battery clamp on the battery, okay? That's attached to channel B of the oscilloscope. In the settings of your channel B, you got to select 600 amp clamp from the drop-down menu. I'm not going to do it because you should know already. Our sampling rate now is 200 milliseconds per division. One snapshot per millisecond as our sampling rate, and the time is 200 milliseconds per division. We're selecting 100 to 600 amps DC. And on our channel D, it did not change. Channel D is still using the 20 amp lower amp clamp. Okay, so 60 amp clamp set to 20. And we're using that as reference. The reason why you'll see in a moment after we take this recording, okay? I'm gonna take a crank, and maybe someone crank while I record that, please. Go ahead. Okay, so I'm just gonna hit stop. Excellent, so what we got here, we're gonna backtrack. Okay, so that was the initial crank. Let's look at this picture here. So essentially, similar to that of the one where we're doing smooth running, now you're plotting the trigger not against the other coils to compare the other coils, you're plotting the trigger against starter motor current. Now, each one of these peaks, so that would be cylinder 1, 3, 4, 2, right? So you could see that each of this is the amplitude of your current, the peak there at the top. That means the compression on this engine is balanced all the way across. Now, if you had a cylinder that had a bad bent valve or low compression, okay, you can expect to see the amplitude. Let's say I went to cylinder number 3, 1, 3, 4, 2. If I went to cylinder number 3 and I removed the spark plug and I turned over the engine, okay, or I moved it enough that it bleeds out some air pressure, that means the starter motor at that moment during the compression event, it doesn't need to work hard to turn over the engine. Then this peak will be lower than the rest. So where you would use this application is if you have a misfire, you want to do a compression test. Some vehicles, it's very hard to take out the spark plug. Okay, very, very, very hard, especially let's say you're working common rail direct injection, or diesel even, diesel especially. It's incredibly high pressures, and the injector is not a matter of just one bolt and slide it out. You can do your compression test on a diesel in this manner, okay? You will see that one of them will be a little bit low. So again, you will need the cylinder identification to locate what reference that you clamped it on. So on this Hyundai, obviously, we have the convenience of everything and being up top. If I had a big V8 engine or V12 engine, I would just clamp the one that's closest to me, that's accessible. I don't even know what it is at that point. It's either 1 or maybe 4, who knows, on a V8, let's say. Then I would look up the cylinder identification, which Vargas did earlier. Then you would look up the firing order. You need to know the firing order so you know the sequence of these peaks. Once you know the sequence of the peaks, then you basically have pinpointed the weak cylinder without even having to take anything apart. All right? I want to thank everybody for participating in this video. Not that guy. He was just playing on Pokemon or whatever. Pokemon. Yo, there's a Pokemon over there. Okay. So, Boxer and Mr. Sapreikos, thank you very much, guys. I hope this video will help you not fail my class. Thank you.